contemporary India and education. And the fourth in it, the topic is socialization. The topic is socialization. So what is socialization? Socialization is a process of making an individual a social being. Social being, that is, the individual, when he interacts with the other individual, other persons in the society, he becomes a man. It molds his personality. He becomes a man in the society, and he learns the ideas, beliefs and customs of the society. So learning the ideas of the society, customs and traditions of the society is called socialization. So see the definitions first. So socialization is the process of the individual interacts with the total environment. It is the interaction between the individual and the total environment. So it is a process of interaction between an individual and the total environment. So there is an interaction between individual and the society. This environment. So environment is the society. So the interaction between individual and the society, through which he becomes a person. This interaction between the individual and the society makes him as a human being, as a person, as a personality. So this is called socialization. Okay, so socialization is a process of interaction of individual and with this total environment is called socialization. Through this interaction of human being and individual and the society, he becomes a person. Individual person. So it is called socialization. So the other it is said by F.J. Brown. F.J. Brown defines socialization as the process of the interaction between the individual and the society, and through this interaction he becomes a human being or he becomes a person. So another definition said by Hingard and Newgarten. So what they say? So socialization is a way of society. So learning the ways of society. The person learns ways of society. That is, ways of society means learning the customs and traditions and habits, manners of society, whatever is there. So learning the ways of the society, and that learning becomes a part of that child's personality. So that whatever he learned as a part of the society, as a way of the society, it becomes his own personality. So socialization is learning the ways of the society. Ways of the society means the habits and functions of the society. Through this learning, his personality is being affected, and this learning becomes a part of his personality. So this is called socialization. So socialization is nothing but the child learns the social behavior. When the child learns the social behavior, he becomes socialized. For this, I can tell you one story. Not story itself, what happened earlier. So there were two children, two girl children that found in the forest. They were found in the wolf den. So wolf den, and they were about, one girl is about 8 years and the other girl is about 10 years. They are human beings, human children, they were found in the wolf den. So they were brought up by the wolf, and they don't have any human contact. The children are 8 years and 10 years, but they don't know to speak. They don't know to eat. They don't know to eat with two legs like human beings. They walk like wolf. They eat like wolf, and they make sound like wolf, because they never had interaction with the human beings. They had interaction only with the wolf. So their behavior was fully wolf behavior. And when they found them in the den, we brought them to the society, and then after continuous practice and interaction with the society, they learn the human behaviors. So human behaviors are learned. Children imitate. They imitate their surrounding, their parents, their elders, their grandparents, and they imitate their behavior, and they learn the social behavior. So socialization is the process of learning the customs, traditions and habits, manners, values, whatever it is, learn from the society, from their parents, from their neighborhood, these are called socialization. So when does the socialization process begins? When the child, as soon as the child starts interact with the society, as soon as the child starts interact with the society or with the environment, not even society, with the environment. As soon as the child starts interacting with the environment, the socialization process starts. That is, as soon as the child born in this world. As soon as the child born in this world. So the socialization process started. The child learns from the parents. The child learns to cry. Crying is natural behavior, natural impulse. So it cries and it learns to eat. It learns to speak, everything. So the child from the time of birth till the death. So when does the socialization process end? When the child dies. So the when we are dying, till then we are go on learning something or other from the society. So socialization is a process. It starts from the birth and it continues till our death. So it is called socialization. So how does the socialization process takes place? So it takes place unconsciously or deliberately. Sometimes it takes place unconsciously. Unconsciously, without knowing, the child learns. The child learns to speak. The child learns to eat. The child learns to play. So it doesn't need any effort. Unconsciously, the child learns the manners of the parents, the way the parents speak. The child repeats the words. They utter the word what the parents speak, isn't it? So the child learns unconsciously. Unconsciously, there are some behaviors that are being learned. So for manners, habits, these things unconsciously, we don't have to put any effort. The child learns on its own without conscious, without knowing, without any effort. The child learns. So socialization process takes place sometimes unconsciously and sometimes deliberately. There are some practices, there are something that children learn deliberately. Deliberately means with some effort. For example, the child does something good, the parents say very good, and they praise the child, very good, you are good children, you are a good child. So they praise the child. Sometimes we give rewards. Sometimes when the child does something good, something correctly, we give them chocolate. We just hug them, we kiss them, isn't it? So and sometimes we punish them. When the child does any undesirable behavior, we punish them. So through this some deliberate actions, the child learns some desirable behavior and forgets some undesirable behavior. So the socialization process takes place unconsciously, sometimes unconsciously, and there are some practices that the child learns deliberately. That unconsciously means sometimes the child learns by imitating, without knowing that the child learns some practices, habits, mannerism, learn to speak, learn to respect others. Isn't it? So unconsciously there are something that happens. Sometimes deliberately, with wanted, with force, parents are teaching the children some good habits by punishing or rewarding or praising them. So this is called socialization. Hope you are clear with that. Socialization is a process that the individual, whenever the individual interacts with the environment, he learns something from the society, from the parents, from elders, from peer group, from children, from teachers. Isn't it? So we go on learning. So it ends at when we are dying. When we are dying, the socialization process ends. So it starts from birth and continues till our death. And it is the process of individual becoming a human being. If we don't have any interaction with the human beings, we won't become a human being. We will act like an animal. So as I said, the example of two girls, Amala and Kamala, they were brought up in a wolf den and they were behaving like wolf. They were making sound like a wolf. They were eating with tearing the flesh and eat. They were walking with four legs. But after they came into contact with the society, they started to behave like human beings. They started to walk with two legs and they started to eat with their hands and they started to speak. So this is called socialization process. So there are many agencies that are there to socialize the children. So there are some agencies we are going to see. For the first and foremost important agency of socialization is family. Family is the first and foremost institution of socialization. So it is a powerful institution that socializes the child, because the child comes into contact with the family in the first with the family. Then only they comes into contact with other persons, neighbors or peer group. So first one who socializes the child is the parent or the family members, maybe the grandparents, sometimes auntie, uncle, parents, everybody, and then siblings, brother or sister will be there. So the child socializes by the family. It is the first and foremost and powerful institution of socialization, and the child learns the ideas, values, customs and traditions from the family. The child learns ideas, values and customs from the family, because you know how your parent are taught you how to behave, how to dress yourself, how to eat, how to respect the elders. So how to pray to God, whether you believe in God or not, it is because of your family and because of your parents who taught you. So the family is the powerful agency of socialization. From the family, the child learns the ideas, values and traditions and customs from the family. The second agency of socialization is neighborhood. So after the family, the child goes out of the house and plays in the street. He plays with the neighbor child, the neighbor parents. So the child learns, the second socializing agent is the neighborhood. So here the child learns the behavior pattern, how to behave, how to interact with the people, how to interact with other people, because we can behave as we wish with the parents, but we cannot behave with the neighbors. Sometimes there are certain behavior patterns that we should be follow with our neighbors. So then social qualities, how to be a good child, how to be honest, how to be very obedient. So the child learns these habits from the neighborhood. Neighborhood is the second agency of socialization that teaches the children behavior patterns and social qualities. The third agency is at school. So after neighborhood, also after 3 years, the child enters the school. So when the child goes to school, enters the school, it learns a lot of things. It learns not only to read and write, it also learn to tolerate, cooperate with the friends. Only if you cooperate with the other children, the children will accept the child. If the child doesn't cooperate with anybody, then they will avoid them, isn't it? So if you want to play with the children, then you have to be very cooperative, you have to tolerate. So the social attitudes, habits, values are being taught in the schools. Then social habits and values are taught in the school. The next one is community. Community is the one that, so after school, the next bigger round is community. So community is society. Community means society or our relatives, the society, the community which we belong. It teaches us the desirable social qualities, which is desirable by the society. If you store something from others, will the society accept you? It is not desirable behavior. If you say go on lying, so if you say lie, then the people won't accept you. So the community teaches the children how to have desirable social qualities and how to interact, you have to obey others, you should be adjustable. These qualities are being taught by the community. The next one is religious institutions. Religious institutions means temples, churches and mosque, whatever it may be. So it teaches our customs and traditions and values that we have to follow in our life. Next one is peer group. Peer group are Peer group are the one who is of our same age. Of our same age. So if the child is 5 years old, the children who with 5 years old are peer group. These children, from when they play with the play group, or we can say play group, peer group children, they teach them tolerance, cooperation, team spirit, sacrifice, sympathy. So when you play with your other children, you learn all these qualities. If you have all these qualities, you will be having socially desirable qualities. Socially desirable qualities and behavior pattern will be there. So peer group or play group is the other one who socializes us. Next is mass media. Of course, nowadays we don't have peer group playing. Mostly the children depend upon the mass media. Mass media means TV, radio, newspaper, mobile phones. Nowadays, of course, it is mobile phones and internet. These mobile phones teach us a lot of things. The children learn from that many things. Maybe it is good or the bad. But mass media teaches the child how to, there are different qualities that are there in the society, how to adjust it and it learns how to interact with the people. So these are the agencies of socialization. So agencies of socialization are family, neighborhood, school, community, religious